G'day gang, Danny, how's it going folks? We're back in the Elder Scrolls Online, Necrom. I've got to talk to Dusksaber here, but what's this in the back? Meln's to-do list. Add more summoning circles in the courtyard. Servants could be spies, dismiss them. The door leading to the portal in Rendys Hall is sealed with a ward of my own creations, a destructive resonance. Dispel switch deactivates the ward. Remember, it's disguise. Use ghost sight lens before touching anything. 4. Banish the cook. I know she plans to poison me. 5. Encrypt book. Hide it. Encrypt and hide it. I can't trust anyone.
I thought we had little to fear from old tricks and traps. But look what happened to my comrade. Dead as the last swit who stepped out of line across the Dusksabers. Speaking of, who are you and what are you doing here?
Master Uleni sent us to help open a path into the tower. Tell me what happened here.
Nalia tried to push through the ward on that door. The note over there suggests that something in this room disarms the trap. Clearly, she guessed wrong. I think this strange lens is part of the puzzle. We found it by the note.
A strange lens. What does it do?
Here, you take it. We obviously weren't able to figure it out. I'll be damned if I try to use it again. If Uleni sent you, by all means be my guest. I'm just going to stand back here.
I'll see if we can figure out how to dispel the ward.
Lenses such as that can reveal hidden things. Look through it, Proxy. Look for anything glowing. That should be the switch to dispel the ward.
An ancient sword?
The ward is gone. Master Uleni must be informed at once.
This is our opportunity. Lead the way, Proxy.
Cool. I wonder if there was any other option to click on. I was actually looking at a little box there. Ooh. Portal to Rendys Tower, lower
This
floor.
portal should take us to the tower.
Well, let's go. Whoop.
We have reached the lower level of the tower. There should be more portals to take us higher, Proxy.
This isn't worrying at all. So we go up looking for more portals.
You dare enter the Tower of Meln, Magister of the Telvanni? Turn back or be destroyed!
A spirit. Ignore it and keep going, Proxy.
Oh. Oh, jeez. Alright, Laramel doesn't seem to be too concerned. Let's go.
You aid that thief and liar, Uleni Barrow! Provoke me at your own risk, intruder!
Interesting. The spirit seems aware of Master Uleni's attempt to access the tower.
As if murdering me wasn't insult enough! Now she sends you to steal my book!
Is this spirit actually Meln the Mouthless? Perhaps...
Prepare to face the fury of Meln the Mouthless, Magister of the Telvanni! Or we could have a nice chat and discuss this like civilized people.
a reasonable request. Speak to the spirit, Proxy.
Can we have the fight? I'd rather do the fight than do the talking.
If there's one thing I learned in death, it's how foolish the living can be. I know all that passes in my home, intruder. I heard your bargain with that so-called Master Uleni Barrow. You have given my murderer access to my tower.
Master Uleni murdered you? Why?
Why does the Telvanni do anything? Ambition, power, greed. 20 years ago, I stood in Uleni's path. An obstacle to the higher rank she craved. She requested a meeting. Instead of negotiating, she killed me and tried to steal my prized possession.
If you were dead, what stopped her from stealing this possession of yours?
Oh, just all the contingencies I had in place. With my last breath, I banished her from the tower and set all the wards and defenses. They held perfectly well, until you mucked everything up. She'll have no trouble stealing my Black Book now.
Black Book?
The Tormenting Eye, a tome of forbidden secrets. I see Hermaeus Mora's mark on you and your companion. If you don't know about the Black Books, she can tell you more. Sharoni Barrow is careless in her pursuit of power. She must not possess my book.
What are you asking, Meln?
Two things protect my book. The spell of illegibility I cast upon it, and the fact that without my aid, it will take her time to break the spell on her own. Still, I'd rather she never get her hands on it. Stop her, and I'll find a way to reward you.
I need to discuss this with Laramil.
The thread becomes clear. Hermaeus Mora sent us to recover the Black Book.
The Black Book is mine. And with this soul gem, I also have this miserable spirit. Meln comes with me.
And I thought this day couldn't get any worse!
I
Laramil?
knew a Telvanni master would be formidable. Come, Proxy. We have plans to make. The threads of fate here are tied to three things. Master Shelreni, Meln the Mouthless, and the Black Book. That was the connection to Apocrypha I sensed here. Black Books are creations of Hermaeus Mora and his realm.
Tell me more about Black Books.
Black Books are relics of Apocrypha. Each holds a different secret. Most are kept in the vast libraries of Hermaeus Mora's realm, but he sometimes gifts one to a mortal. In addition to forbidden knowledge, each serves as a portal to Apocrypha.
How many Black Books are there?
That is a secret the one who knows has not yet shared with me. I can count the number of Black Books I know about on one hand, and each is unique. Only one copy of each book exists. This is the first I have heard of one titled The Tormenting Eye.
So what now?
We must free Meln the Mouthless from Master Shelreni's grasp and retrieve the Black Book. But to do that, we need more information. Look around, Proxy. If Meln was indeed murdered here, there might be proof of Shelreni's villainy.
Proof of Shelreni's villainy? Villainy? Meln the Mouthless. It's been dead a long time. House Rendys' signet ring, Meln's remains, the mortal remains of Meln the Mouthless preserved by the magic of his tower. There is a clear evidence that he was murdered. The signet ring, a ring bearing the mark of Rendys. It was enchanted to activate the tower's defenses when Meln spoke a command word.
The body of Meln the Mouthless. It is clear he was murdered at this very spot.
Letter to Magister. Magister Meln Rendys, at the instruction of Shelreni Barrow, Master of Tel Vara, I send this letter directly to you, as you still have not appointed a mouth to handle your day-to-day affairs. Master Shelreni requests an audience with you at your tower, Tel Rendys, to take place tomorrow at first light. At this time, she shall present her proposal for finally putting an end to the animosity that has clouded your interactions these past few years. She wishes to prove to you that her intentions are well in keeping with the long-standing traditions of House Telvanni, that she deserves to be awarded the rank of Magister and would seek your support in that matter. Finally, she would like the opportunity to negotiate a trade or purchase for an item in your possession, an ancient tome titled The Tormenting Eye. It is of no use to you, but of great importance to Master Shelreni. She will arrive at your tower tomorrow morning to conclude this business. Vabdru, mouth of Master Shelreni Barrow, the Assembly of Masters at Al Isra.
That letter from Master Shelreni's mouth. That meeting must have been when Meln was murdered.
How do you know all about this when I guess I was reading it out loud. So she heard everything. Okay. Makes sense. Laramil the Wise.
Meln the Mouthless let down his guard and paid the ultimate price. His body has remained here forgotten and undisturbed for decades because he preferred solitude above all else. Now Master Shelreni has both Meln's spirit and his Black Book.
You said you know what we need to do.
To recover Meln and his Black Book, you must find Master Shelreni, and the letter you discovered explains how to do that. Go to the Assembly of Masters at Old Isra and question Shelreni's mouth, Vabdru. He shall know how to reach her.
You aren't coming?
No. Here our paths diverge. I leave Mouth Vabdru and Meln in your hands. While you pursue the spirit, I shall research the Black Book and contemplate the other threads of fate. I must determine how this factors into the threat against Apocrypha.
What do I do after I locate Master Shelreni?
Master Shelreni has trapped Meln's spirit in a soul gem. You must retrieve that gem or destroy it. Go to Old Isra and find Shelreni's aide, Mouth Vabdru. He must have an office in the tower called Tel Vara. This portal leads outside.
I was
you must
hoping.
travel to Old Isra from there. Defenses around Tel Hulin play havoc with portal magic.
I was hoping she'd set up a portal. Oh, who's that guy? What's that guy's name? It doesn't matter. Right, she really just dumped us out here, didn't she? Okay, so Tel Vara in Ald Isra. Let's ride. Ald Isra discovered. I guess that's the tower.
My master wants you to convey this message to Master Shelreni. The Assembly will not tolerate threats or coercion.
These rumors disturb the other masters. Shelreni must moderate her ambition before the Assembly takes action.
I will relay your concerns to Master Shelreni.
All these mouths, Vabdru?
Forget what you heard, stranger. Master Shelreni cares not what the other masters think of her, or how difficult she makes things for me. So, what brings you to Tel Vara, the tower of the Telvanni mouths?
Need to talk to Master Shelreni. Where can I find her?
Master Shelreni never comes to Ald Isra. Telvanni masters rarely do. I expect she is at her tower Tel Baro, but I would be a poor mouth indeed if I let you pester her at home without asking what business you have with her.
Don't you recognize me? I was assisting Master Shelreni at Rendys. She's waiting for my report.
Ah. Master Shelreni doesn't discuss her work with me. Very well. Take the Tel Baro insignia from my office. You'll need it to unlock the wards. Otherwise, you'll never get through the cavern to reach the tower. She takes security quite seriously.
I'll go get that insignia now.
My office is through the north door and the insignia is behind my desk. Use it to unlock the wards in the cavern or you'll never reach the tower. Tel Baro is hard to find. Look for the cavern of the tower east of Old Isra. The tower is inside.
Vabdru? I was going to call him Drew. He's got a journal here. New session, first entry. An unpleasant conversation with Mouth Sarus today. She informed me that her master requires Master Shelreni to stop directing spies and scrying devices against other house masters. I denied any such intrusions, but Mouth Sarus brushed aside my protests. Second entry, more trouble. The Assembly of Masters is considering a new bylaw requiring members to disclose all bargains, compacts, and alliances with any people or entities outside of House Telvanni. I do not know how I will tell Master Shalreni the news. Third entry. As I feared, the new rule is designed to expose Master Shalreni's private dealings. I relayed her denials to my colleagues. Mouth Delvey then called for a vote of censure, which I could not deflect. Master Shalreni will not be pleased. Fourth entry. I received more bills from Alevelis, the Dusksabers, and a strange request from someone who referred to himself only as Blightcrown. I will pay them, of course. Master Shalreni has granted me access to enough funds to cover these expenses. But what is she up to with these different endeavors? And why has she increased security at Tel Vara? The new wards that require a special insignia to unlock seem like overkill to me. Fifth entry. Still no response from Master Shalreni. I must give the Assembly some reply on her behalf, but what? They will accept no more denials or delays. She really is making my job more difficult with every passing day. Latest entry. At last, a reply from Master Shalreni. Of course, it is utterly impractical. She demands a formal hearing of her peers at Al-Isra. I fear she is planning something terrible, but what am I to do? As her mouth, I must continue to do as she instructs and work toward her best interests. Oh, how I wish I was in league with any other master at this point in time. There's insignia. What's this? Letter to mouth of Vabdru. Vabdru, I must say I was disappointed by your last letter. A mouth must keep the politics of Al-Isra from interfering with their master's more important work. If I must address the frivolous concerns of my rivals, then what purpose do you serve? If they continue to insist that I am in fact doing something wrong, which is impossible under Telvanni customs and traditions, then have them call for a conclave. Once that occurs, I will deal with my rivals once and for all. In the meantime, do better. If you disappoint me again, I'll skin you alive and turn you into a fur-lined cloak. Master Shalreni Burrow. Come on, mate. Jeez. Tel Vara insignia. That's the same thing from the High Isle. Right? Or maybe it just looks very similar.
Tired of walking anyway.
Spellwright Moran, the necropolis in Necrom has been closed. I thought you might find that interesting.
What do I care about the necropolis? Don't return until you've found that blasted tome. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. I must have just missed it. Perfectly clear, Spellwright. Right away.
Jeez. What was that? Tel Vara Cavern. Mouth Vabdru told me I would find the entrance to Tel Vara Tower inside a cavern northeast of Al-Isra. I should make my way to Master Shalreni's tower and find a way inside.
Wait, hold on. Headed to Al-Isra?
Yes?
I understand you were instrumental in crushing the Daggerfall army at Devon's watch.
Fossley? I'm in the middle of a quest. Can we do this later? I am heading over there. Oh, what is it? Falsey?
Oh good, you stopped. No time for details. People eager to see me dead will come over that hill at any moment. So, want to earn some easy gold?
What do I need to do for this easy gold?
Tel Hulen, the tower at Al-Isra's east end. Inside there's a green mushroom. By that mushroom there's a dark elf. She'll probably insult you. She's my contact. Deliver this letter, then walk away with a pocket full of gold.
What's so important about this letter that people want to kill you?
Better you don't know. But, fine. There's a spy among the Assembly of Masters. my contacts here to end the threat. Look, can you take this letter to her? Don't open it, don't look at it, don't talk about it. Hand it over and you're done. Deal?
Alright, I'll take the letter to your contact in Aldisra.
Remember, a dark elf by a green mushroom in Tel Vara. Tell her, both light and shadow can be deadly. She'll reply, though only one chases the other. Then hand over the letter and she'll give you gold. Now, go while I lead my pursuers away.
This person I meant to find.
Get to Tel Vara. I'll draw off my pursuers.
Yeah, alright. Sounds kind of familiar. What? You want me to go? Wait. Oh no, the cavern's all over there. Wait, where's his quest? Okay. Oh, so if I was approaching from this direction, that's why? Because it's like, what? I'm not actually going in that direction.
Off we go!
Well, let's go. Let's go and see who the contact is. I'm curious enough to abandon my main quest for this.
Any delay is unacceptable. We hired the Morag Tong to deal with this problem.
Bellow all you want. It won't change my process.
Outrageous! How dare you...
Master Phobes, a word, if I may.
Well, what do we have here? Naryu Virion?
Well, look what the nix-ox dragged in. What are you doing here, hero? Are you following me again? Seriously, what brings you to this house of arrogance and whining?
Both light and shadow can be deadly.
Though only one chases the other. Alright, it's obvious Folsey sent you and she gave you the code of a courier. That tells me you have something for me. Go on then.
Folsey gave me this. Well, Folsey gave me this letter. Said you paid well to get it. She was being followed and led them away.
Folsey can fend for herself. Right now, I need to see if she learned anything to point me to the true identity of my target. Tredesem, the name on the writ, is an alias. Interesting. According to Folsey, House Drez established a camp to the south.
Is that important?
Folsey seems to think so. Since you want to get paid, how about you help me out? I need to assassinate a spy in Tel Vara. But to do that, I need to figure out who actually deserves my blade. It's quite legal. I have a Morag Tong writ of execution.
What's a writ of execution? I know what it is.
A binding document that gives me the authority to eliminate the name on the writ. We figure out who Tredesem actually is, I finish the job, you get paid, and we go home. Not together, necessarily. Depends on my mood. So, what do you say?
Sure. I hope you figure out who Tredesem is.
Congratulations, you're my new Folsey. First, go to the servants' quarters to the west and ask Akigo about the spy. Then visit the Drez camp to the south and see if they have any connection to this Tredesem. I need to keep watch here, just in case.
How have you been, Naryu?
Ah, hero. If we had a bottle of wine and all the time in the world, the stories I could tell you. But I really want to complete this writ and then wash the stink of the Telvanni out of my hair. Can we catch up later, please?
Do you want to talk about Thea?
Now is not the time, hero. Distractions can lead to a blade in your back, or worse, to one in mine. Concentrate on the mission. Let me do my job, then we can talk.
Fine.
No, Sulis. I'm out of patience. We need this finished now!
Master Phobes, calm yourself. This solves nothing.
Come, Gito. Leave the hireling to her work.
Yes, Master Phobes.
Well, unlike Phobes, I am at your service should you require anything.